On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Saturday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch your snow, my peeps, to the name Saturday day when some of the regular ones them out there traverse the church. But whilst doing so, my peeps, please remember On The Spot News Media, it's loyal viewers and subscribers in your immediate prayers. You definitely see how Jamaica run right and now, so you know for sure. So we need that now more than ever. And to all of the regular ones them out there in the streets, just going about your lawful business from Moran Point to the Grill Point. As always, my peeps, safe travel, pon the gravel, and continuously look out on the corner yai kaswa, the old dirty corner boy them, always out there, alerts, yeah man. So we're gonna kick it off in the morning, my peeps, with some international stories where rapper Sean Kingston and his mother, who are both Jamaicans, Janice Turner that is, have been found guilty on multiple wire fraud charges after a Florida courtroom trial on March 28, 2025. So the pair was convicted on all 5 charges linked to their May 2024 arrest for swindling over $1 million from car dealerships, banks, and also mattress firm companies. Now Kingston, who is age 35 presently, whose real name is Krishan Anderson, became visibly emotional as the jury delivered its verdict, crying out, "Protect my mother," as officials took Turner into custody. Janice Turner, who is 62 years old, was accused of masterminding the fraudulent scheme, acting as the fixer and the nerve center behind the operation. The operation, which includes falsifying documents to secure luxury cars, jewelry, and other goods. So this conviction follows a string of similar cases, including a 2006 bank fraud conviction and a history of legal disputes. During the trial, Kingston's defense team described him as a child who did not fully understand the complexities of finances, while his mother was portrayed as the primary architect of the scheme. Prosecutors revealed that the duo stole nearly $500,000 worth of jewelry and over $200,000 from the Bank of America and hundreds of thousands more from various vendors between October 2023 and March of 2024. Sean Kingston and his mother Janice Turner allegedly used wire transfers that were never executed by the banks to enrich themselves through fraudulent means. In addition to their convictions, the pair is facing hefty penalties. Federal prosecutors have confirmed that they could each face up to 20 years in prison for the charges. Sean Kingston, who was placed under house arrest with bond conditions, was also ordered to post $200,000 in surety bond and also a relative's $500,000 home as a part of his release. Sean Kingston legal battles didn't start with this case. He was previously sued and forced to pay a significant settlement, including a $356,000 judgment in 2015 for failing to pay for a customized watch. The pair troubles also led to a dramatic May 2024 SWAT raid at Sean Kingston's rented mansion in Fort Lauderdale while Sean Kingston was in California for a U.S. Army performance. Turner was arrested during that raid at his mother. So sentencing hearings for the duo are scheduled for July 11, 2025. Their future hangs in the balance, with both facing potentially decades in federal prison. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. Look how Sean Kingston life could have set easy, but boy, may I tell you, is a brother where both beyond means and try to live way above him pay grade. Now it result in his mother have to be stealing, leaving them behind the prison walls and facing up to 20 years in federal prison. Boy, may I tell you, it's rough, but anyway, back to local style. Now in relation to a fatal knockings and clappings that took place a few weeks ago along Balmoral Avenue, the police have charged two with that Balmoral Avenue fatal knockings and clappings. So on the Spot News Media understands that two men have been charged in connection with the fatal knockings and clappings of another man at the intersection of Maxfield Avenue and Balmoral Avenues in St. Andrew earlier this month. So that fatal knockings and clappings occurred sometime around 3:30 a.m. on Friday, March 14th. So charged with that fatal knockings and clappings and a conspiracy to the fatal knockings and clappings, and also possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition, and also using the firearm to commit a felony, is a 19-year-old identified as Carl Leo Brown, but them call him Melly in our streets. He's of a 5th Street address in Kingston, 20. Also charged with that fatal knockings and clappings is a 61-year-old male identified as Maurice Douglas, but them call him Bat or Biggie in our streets. He's of an East Avenue address. Now his role in the incident and the exact charges against him are not known at the time. But the victim has since been identified as 43-year-old Kevin Strachan. He's of a Headley Avenue address. So reports are that Brown and two other men, identified only by their aliases as Mad Dog and Tall One, were traveling in a white Nissan Tiida when they stopped at the intersection. They reportedly used the vehicle to block a grey AD wagon driven by Strachan. The three then got out of the Tiida, walked up to the AD wagon and opened gunfire, hitting Strachan multiple times. The knockies and clappies fled in the waiting Tiida. Now Mad Dog and Tall One are still at large and are said to be wanted by the police. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Catherine North Police Division, where tomorrow, Sunday the 30th of March, is slated for the burial for the slain Wanada Dan. We are talking about Othniel Loban, presently on your screen, otherwise known as Tickman. Yeah, man. Now we have been hearing talks in our streets. I said, boy, criminal elements aligned to the One Other gang in Spanish Town is planning to launch an attack on the security forces within the St. Catherine North And basically, any police that them can catch off guard, them a plan for slap them way. Yeah, man. So policemen and soldiers, members of the country's security forces, are being reminded to be on the alert. Me notice more time. 2 police at work and them want to stop 5 motor vehicle. You no need to stop it. Me notice more time. You no make some little hot body girl a distract and not understand how the criminal elements them work. Them will use them crasmites there for distract so them can catch off guard and pepper on the skin. But right now, the Spanish Town Police is most definitely on high alert. And I would believe that they're definitely in ready mode for tomorrow's burial of Tickman. Yeah, man. So Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, head of the St. Catherine North Police Division, his operation officer, we are talking about Deputy Superintendent Tams, and other top tier members of the Spanish Town Police. We are talking about man like Clarksman and him team, who open ready for tomorrow because the criminal elements them out in all them glory and I prepare themselves in readiness for you. Now a little criminal element, a little follow back, a little old dirty kind of boy. The boy are presently on your screen known as Biscuit. Put out things for them social media, say gun salute for we done Sunday. And we are make sure the police then gun nah use. So basically them a say boy them a go put it on hard in a way where you don't even get to squeeze a trigger. So we just open and ready, have sufficient rounds and ready to take them down one by one. So since them love Tickman more than all, them love themselves and a one daddy badness, them say. Make them go and go join him. 6 feet under should most definitely be the order of the day. You know what I would love to see come to fruition in a Jamaica? When them top tier criminal elements here is taken out by the security forces. The security forces need to take control of the body. Bring the body to a church within their jurisdiction. Them determine where the body are go church. Them determine how much people are going to come at the church, come view the body in the funeral procession. Them determine how long the pastor are going to preach over the body. And as the pastor say amen, the security forces should just take charge of the body, whisk it away and go cremate it and bring back the ashes, come give the family. Yeah, man, I saw them to start deal with it and keep the criminal elements at bay. Because once them get big funeral, them get to choose which part of the body are going to lay to rest and all these things. You're going to use up way too much resources in safeguarding the general area or community in which the body will be buried. So to me, it's like I give a criminal element a state funeral. Them boy have to bury like dogs in our streets. Yeah, man. I saw you have to deal with them and make the populace say, yo, I know nothing this to glorify, cause look how the government deal with them like a dog. I saw you think they said, yeah, man. The family members should not have a say over the body. The government will take on the expense there and just understand, say, yo, I just saw the thing go. John Public, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have a problem to say taxpayers' money are used in that type of way, because to me, using up so much police and soldiers' resources is taking more out of the pockets of the taxpayer than if did take charge of the body and cremate it and give the family members the ashes if they want it. And if them don't want it, can't go see, go dash away. Same way so. Yeah, man. But anyway, make we continue. Now, over there in the St. Mary Police Division, 2 St. Mary criminal elements have been slapped with gun and lottery scamming charges following an operation in Tremelsworth in the parish of St. Mary, and also a community known as Dean Pen District. Both is in Highgate, St. Mary. That incident took place on Thursday. So the two criminal elements that have been arrested by the police have since been identified as 26-year-old Delroy Simmons and also 22-year-old Chadwick Higgins. Simmons have been charged with possession of prohibited weapon presently on your screen, and Higgins have been charged with possession of identity information. The police stated that sometime between 5 and 7:45 a.m. on Thursday, lawmen were on an operation in Tremelsworth when they searched a premises occupied by 26-year-old Delroy Simmons. The police stated that two imitation firearms resembling a pistol and a revolver, along with accessories such as a magazine, plastic pellets, and spent casings were found during that search. In the second incident, lawmen were in the Dean Pen area where another premises occupied by 22-year-old Chadwick Higgins was searched. During that search, a laptop and a mobile phone containing multiple Microsoft Excel documents suspected to be linked to lottery scamming activities were seized. The documents contained contact information for individuals in the United States of America. Additionally, almost $725,000 Jamaican dollars, 500 United States dollars, and 20 Canadian dollars were found in the possession of Chadwick Higgins. So right there and then, my peeps, another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. Yeah, man. So now, my peeps, we're going to make a small trads over there in the southwestern part of Jamaica in the St. Elizabeth Police Division, where it has been relatively quiet since the start of the year. But last night, well, I should have said in the wee hours of this morning, St. Elizabeth get a shake up and a wake up call. So right now, migrant criminals are dominate them space. So a knockings and clappings go on last night in the wee hours of this morning, where 3 get caught up but 1 end up pronounced you know what. They were all from the parish of Westmoreland. So they make a one trads come in a St. Elizabeth come a dance and end up get caught up, and 1 end up losing 3 pints. Now, the one who end up losing 3 pints has since been identified as Danique Malcolm, otherwise known as Rashan. Same a 24-year-old come from Barracks Road in Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland. So the 2 men now we get caught up. One has since been identified as Ricardo Bailey, but them call him God in High Streets. And the next one identified as Tajo Campbell. Him come from Goodens River in a Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland. Now, a shooting with intent in respect to Orlando Martin, otherwise known as Jomo. Him come from Barracks Road in a Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland. And as I stated earlier, that go on in the wee hours of this morning, somewhere near 1 a.m. at a place known as Hatras Bar, located at Top Hill in Junction, St. Elizabeth. Now, the police report suggests that all the victims were at the place, and the whole of them is said to be close friends from the parish of Westmoreland. So they attended the event that was being held at Hatras Bar, located at Top Hill in St. Elizabeth. So it is said that they were among other patrons standing inside the bar when a lone criminal element dressed in a white pullover armed with a handgun entered and opened gunfire indiscriminately. So it is said that after the knockings and clappings subsided, it was discovered that the one who ended up losing 3 pints, Danique Malcolm, aka Rashan, was seen laying on the ground. He received some whole heap of corner wounds to the chest and head. The one who get injured, we are talking about Bailey, get a corn in him buttocks. And the one who them call Campbell, get a graze to the left side of his face. So all of them was rushed to the Mandeville Regional Hospital for treatment where the now deceased, Danique Malcolm, otherwise known as Rashan, was pronounced, you know what, and the other two was treated for their injuries. So right now, my peeps, the St. Elizabeth Police, the Junction Police is presently investigating. So on the Spot News Media will most definitely be keeping tabs on this one as it is really fresh off the press. So we don't get much information surrounding the fatal knockings and clappings of Danique Malcolm and the serious injury of Ricardo Bailey and Taju Campbell. Boy, may I tell you, the knockings and clappings continues. Now the last thing that me I gotta talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division, where the St. James Police are reporting significant improvements in the time it takes for them to respond to incident. Now, Senior Superintendent of Police, Aaron Samuels, commanding officer for the division, pointed to the foiling of a robbery at a supermarket on Church Street in Montego Bay earlier this month as evidence of improved response time. 2 policemen were wounded in that particular incident. Now we're going to hear from Superintendent Samuels as he stated that, hey, the police have been paying special attention to traffic management in the city. Now listen.
And if you recognize the incidents that have occurred, our response time is way below 5 minutes. In fact, for the incident in the township, within seconds, we had that team responding. Unfortunately, officers got injured, but fortunately, a unit was there in less than a minute to bring those persons to the hospital to save the lives of those officers. So I believe that we are far advanced in terms of how we are operating in terms of the traffic, movement of traffic. And I can tell you that we will continue to ensure that leading up to our big events like Sunfest and others, we will ensure that the traffic continues to move very smoothly in the parish.
So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.